Hi, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwatoke. I'm a fourth-year medical student in Lagos State University College of Medicine. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to know before you choose a medical school in Nigeria. Everything I'm going to say in this video is for your own good, so better watch it to the end. Watch it to the end. These things are really, really important. So let's just get right into the video. The first thing that you need to check is if the school is fully accredited by NUC and by MDCN. It's also advised that you do not choose a school that just got NDCN accreditation or a school that is partially accredited. Make sure that the school has had that accreditation for at least 5 years. You do not want to be the pioneer set. A lot of things are going to go wrong with your schooling. In fact, I think 5 years is too small. You don't want to be in a school where they've not had any graduation set. So just make sure to be on the safe side. Make sure that they've had that accreditation for at least 10 years. Make sure that they've had a graduation class, like they have a set of doctors, they've produced a set of doctors. If not, you can find yourself having to repeat the same class multiple times because you can't move forward to the next class because you just have issues with accreditation. Make sure you're not the pioneer set though. Your eyes will see. Second thing you need to know is what is the MDCN quota for my school? So recently, in recent times, there have been a lot of issues with this quota waiting. If you do not know, MDCN means the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. So MDCN gives accreditation to medical schools, like medical schools and dental schools. And as part of the accreditation process, they give a quota, so a number of students that they can take every year, that the school can take every year. It's usually like 100 medical students to 10 dental students, like that's kind of the ratio. So, and you can find this information on MDCN's website. Like, it's really easy to find. Just go to MDCN's website, search for your school. You'll see the quota there. It's plain. I feel like MDCN's website is one of the Nigerian websites that actually gets updated regularly. Find out the quota of your school and then ask questions. Find out if that school sticks to the quota. Or even if they don't stick to the quota, find out how wide the gap is. Because there are schools, especially in recent times, there have been a lot of situations where we found out that schools that had quotas of 100 students were admitting 200 students. And all these things will not, like the consequences of all these things will not play out until it's time for your induction or it's time for graduation. Suddenly you start hearing, oh, only 100 people can induct because that's MDCN's rule. They give a quota of 100 students. So only 100 students can do their induction. The remaining 100 students, if the school took 200, the remaining 100 students that cannot do their induction with their sets will now have to join the next set. And then the sets that graduate not be able to do their induction in their year. Like, it's so messy and confusing. So to just prevent all of this, to not be in that situation, do your research. First, find out the quota, the MDCN quota for your school. Then ask questions. Ask people that are actually in the school, does the school stick to their quota? If they don't stick to the quota, how wide is the gap? Is it just like 30 students extra, 10 students extra? Is it 100 students extra? Is it 150 students extra? Find out and do the needful to prevent unnecessary stress. Third thing that you need to check, and for me, I think this is the most important one for me, at least, check that that school is on the World Directory of Medical Schools. If your school is not on the World Directory of Medical Schools and it does not have sponsor notes and you cannot practice anywhere but Nigeria. You have to make sure that your school is on the World Directory of Medical Schools. I think I recently saw a TikTok video from somebody in Rivers State University Medical School, and it was basically saying like they're calling on their VC, their provost, to do something so that they get on that directory and they get sponsor notes. It's really easy to find out if a school is on the World Directory of Medical Schools. Literally, just go to Google, type World Directory of Medical Schools, follow the prompts. You see some fields to fill: the name of the school, the city the school is in, if it is operational or not. I think those are the 3 things they ask for. Just fill those things in and you can see whether the school is on the World Directory. You can follow and see the sponsor notes, like the additional information that is there. If you are looking for a medical school to go to and it is not on World Directory, you may be somebody that is just really patriotic and you've always had plans to stay in Nigeria. There's nothing bad with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if that is you, have fun. If you know you have plans to Japan eventually, make sure your school is on the World Directory of Medical Schools. If it's not, you cannot travel to any country, like any other country apart from Nigeria. I'm being so serious because that's the only record that where's a medical school that exists, that is operational, that is up to standard. Another thing you need to know before you choose your medical school is, does this school have a dedicated teaching hospital? So, for instance, I am a student of Lagos State University College of Medicine, and the teaching hospital affiliated with my school is LASUD, Lagos State University, Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. A lot of schools have that. For instance, in CMUL, which is the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, their affiliated teaching hospital is LUTH, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. So, some schools don't have their own like dedicated teaching hospitals, but they have teaching hospitals where their students go to for their clinical postings. Just find out. I feel like for me, because my school has a teaching hospital that is like for it and it's very close. Like what am I saying? It's in the same compound. So I've not experienced being in a school that does not have its own teaching hospital. But I feel like it's just be easier to be in a school that has its own teaching hospital. So you can find that out. You can browse it. Like you can literally just go to Google and check, browse the name of the school teaching hospital. You'll see whether it has its own teaching hospital or whether they go to other hospitals, like whether they take their students to different hospitals to do their clinical postings. Find that out. If you can avoid the extra stress and everything, and you can just go to a school that has its own teaching hospital, that's not bad. Then the last but not the least, this is really important too. You have to find out on average how many years students spend in that medical school before they graduate. You have to ask all these questions. Even like we all know that medical school is in Nigeria is 6 levels, not 6 years. Like it's never actually 6 years. Most times it's like 7 to 8 years. But there are schools I don't want to name names, but there are schools in Nigeria, medical schools in Nigeria, where their students graduate after 10 years. Literally after 10 years. So before you put your head in what you don't know, ask questions, Facebook groups, Google, find out how many years it took for people to graduate. The most recent set that graduated before, you're trying to get admission. How many years did they spend in that school before graduating? What happened? What made them spend that long? Was it strikes? Like, is it that the curriculum is just slow? Like, even if you're in a school where you finish on time, it's just 7 years. Like, you finish your school is very fast. By the time you graduate, you'll still be like 23 or 24. Now imagine being in a school where, on average, medical students graduate after 10 years. Most medical schools have medical student associations. You can try to make inquiries from there. Ask on Google. My school app has a community section that gives like a lot of answers to questions like this. You can go there, ask your questions. Somebody that is in the school or somebody that knows somebody in the school will probably answer. I don't know if Neverland is still functional. That's also a site you can use to ask questions. You need to take control of your life. You can't just pick a random school and just hope that everything will be fine. These questions are really important. You need to take control. Like you need to be aware of all these things. Like you need to be obviously you can ask about all these things and things can still go wrong. Let's say your school was accredited by MDCN and NUC when you wanted to get admission, and then midway through your study, something happened, you lost accreditation. Things like that can still happen, but at least they don't happen as often. You're just saving yourself a whole lot of stress. Let me know in the comment section if you knew that all these things existed. Let me know if you did your research before choosing your school, if you've chosen a school already. Let me know if you're going to do your research on these things before choosing a school. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And please watch any of the countless other videos I have on how to study to really help you if you're a new medical student just starting out in school. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. If not, you'll miss the next important info. I told you. Subscribe now. Bye.